have to establish irrevocable rules of life for ourselves and our kids. And we'll be happier if we live by them. There was a book that came out recently on the subject of resilience, the ability to bounce back from difficult things. And they listed just a tiny little handful, I think it was 4 things that they discovered that people who have this quality, resilience, have. And one of those 4 or 5 few things was that they have to have unchanging standards because it makes them stable. Most kids don't have unchanging standards because the parents change the rules on a whim. If the kid cries, then they change the rules. If the kid cries, he doesn't have to do his homework. If the kid fusses, no. That's what rules are for, is to help us to be happier, not for controlling us. It's what God does with us. He gives us rules so we can be happier. It's glorious to keep standards, because what happens then is if we keep the standards, opportunities or additional choices become available to us that otherwise would not have been. Keeping rules, paradoxically, makes us free. Keeping rules sounds like it's constricting. No, not at all. So, for example, if a train decides to break the rules and jump off the track, how free is it? No, trains on the track are free to go all over the country because they keep the rules. They stay on the track. If a plane is approaching for a landing and it decides, I don't like the fact that the control tower gave me a vector or a descent angle, I'm going to make up my own. Everybody dies and the plane's destroyed. Rules set us free. If we keep the rules of happiness, we can choose to be happy. Here's the cool thing. If you keep the rules of happiness, you can also choose to be miserable if you want. If you don't keep the rules of happiness, happiness is not a choice. You can only choose to be miserable.